Hi everyone, I hope you are doing great. So, as part of today's JavaScript challenge, we are going to implement Memoized function. Okay, so which means so let's say for example, I want to calculate sum of two numbers. Okay, so if I pass these two numbers for the first time, I have to calculate it from the mentioned array. Okay, if I if I pass the same arguments again, I don't want to execute the function again. Okay, instead of taking it from the function execution, I am interested in taking it from the cache or in the stored value. Okay, so this is the problem statement. If you understand it, it's you can continue through the video. Else you just go through the video from the start again. Okay, so let me write a function again. Okay, so let's start writing the function const memoized function. Basically, my approach is to store the passed arguments in an array, sorry, in an object with the key and the resultant value in the value. Okay, so that is my approach. So you can use any data structure like object map. Okay, so but I am using a object here. Okay, let stored values empty object. I am assigning to the empty object. Okay, so let me fetch two value. Let me get the parameters. I mean these two values arguments. So let me form a key with the passed arguments. Okay, let key equal to in the string templates. I'm just giving a and b. So this is my key. Okay, and let me write the if condition here. Okay, if stored values of this key. Okay, if stored values of key is equal to undefined, so that means we don't have any function. I mean we haven't passed these two arguments anytime before. Okay, so that means it's like passing it for the first time. So in this case what I will do is let me put the result equal to a plus b. Okay, and I have to update this result value in my object. Okay, in my stored value object. So stored values of object, sorry, stored values of this key, whatever the current arguments. Okay, so for this value I have to assign my result value. Okay, I mean once we are updated this stored value object, we can return a result. Okay, so if my values are already there, okay, if I pass the same arguments again, then of course we have some entry with the this key. Okay, so in that case this if block will fail, so it will come to the else part. So here what I will do is return stored values of key. Okay, so that's how this would work. Okay, so now let me add this one. Okay, const sum1 equal to memoized function of 1 comma 2. So similarly what I can do is sum 2 sum 3 with the different values. So let me pass the different value for sum 2, but sum 3 I will pass the same value which I passed for sum 1. Okay, so let me put some consoles here. so that like will be knowing like from where this value is fetching. Okay, console.log of in if block. Okay, like let me put. So calculating the result from function else fetching the result from stored value. So let me console all these three things. Console.log of sum1, sum2, sum3. Okay, so let's run this. You can see here what we did is we passed the arguments 1 comma 2 for the first time, so that's why this value is taken from the resultant function. Okay, I mean this is not exactly a function, but we are adding it to the, I mean we are adding both the arguments manually. Okay, so same case with 3 comma 2, because we haven't sent 3 comma 2 anytime before, so that's why we got this same console here. But for the third sum, which like for the arguments 1 comma 2, we already passed this 1 comma 2 earlier, so that's why we are, so for the first sum, like we have updated this arguments, I mean we have updated this stored value object. Okay, so whenever we are passing this sum 3, uh, so this JavaScript knows like okay, we user already passed this 1 comma 2, so that's why like this would be getting false. So if it is false, we are making the execution will be moving into the else part. So from the else part, we are fetching this value. Okay. Okay. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the new coding challenge.